Over the years, my trading has gone from a very complex 20 indicator chart to a maybe a basic 5 things or 2 things and a price volume kind of. So do you think it's, as you grow, as you mature, it becomes more of a price and volume, or do you think the kind of tools that we have now, the kind of data visualizations that we can actually have, earlier it was more Excel, it was more like on your own.
Correct.
Is that it now, or is it?
So I think, technology and the applications and, whether it is charting softwares, the evolution that we are seeing in that was much needed. And as technology is advancing in any field, so it is in our interfaces and platforms that technical analysis use.
Right.
More importantly, I think it will come back to the fact that how best you utilize it. But you still have to do the hard yards, right? Maybe charting a software or looking at Fibonacci levels,
right,
or looking at your RSI and MACD and resistance has become easier,
right,
through these applications, and you don't have to justify them or calculate them in real time in Excel.
Right.
But the reality is the learning still needs to come from the application of that.
Right.
And that is where I think as you more and more you use the tools that enable you to become a better trader and make money eventually, right, will only come with time when you make mistakes as well.
Right.
I made a lot of mistakes in my career, and I'm glad I made them at a very young age, because the P&L impact is a lot less.
Right.
Unfortunately, if I was making those errors today in my life, I think the impact would be a lot more higher.
Right.
And the reality is that of course, markets are the most humbling market ground.
Right.
If you have a wrong view, as I'll keep coming back to risk management, right? If you have a wrong view, you cut it. Right, as Paul Tudor Jones and a lot of successful investors have said, I change my view when facts change.
Right.
So if you may have a bullish trend, right, and there is a negative news outage which is out of the technical realm, but there's a fundamental aspect to it. But price impacts, your stop loss goes into, it gets triggered.
Right.
You have to react.
Right.
So you have to be responsive. You have to be flexible. Right. And I think flexibility and discipline to me are interrelated. Right? While discipline is in your process, flexibility is in your view, but also realizing that I may be long this stock, but there's a stop triggered. I need to use my discipline and cut my losses, and then reevaluate it. Maybe you will get back into the same stock,
right,
but at that point of time, you need to follow your process.
Right.
And I think that is the most fundamental aspect of technical analysis, that it forces you to react to your own structures and your own disciplines.
Right. So you rightly said it in terms of the trading experience is the most humbling, because at the end of the day you might be like on top of Mount Everest, but there are not many people who know why you are so, and it may be a day where you get slapped every day for the consecutive 5 days, and you don't have anyone to actually say that what am I doing. And in that aspect technical analysis really helps you to kind of manage your risk very well.